Hello, my lovelies. Let's walk you through the profitable path, how to go from stuck to sold out online. That's the whole reason why you all are in here, right? You want to create something that is profitable, but maybe you just don't know where to start. So, first of all, I want to start with I know what it's like to be sitting on $1 million idea and still feel stuck. Okay, not because you're not smart, because everyone in here has the skills and the knowledge and the smarts. And it's not because you're not driven, because if you weren't driven, you wouldn't be here. But it's because no one gave you the blueprint and coupled it with the mindset that you need to move forward, right? You're probably spinning your wheels. Maybe you're trying to build something online you've tried in the past. You're posting, you're hoping, you're getting crickets, or worse, you maybe have invested in things that don't move the needle. Okay. Been there, done that. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through the exact framework that I use and teach inside of my course, Pop, Lock, and Profit, to take your ideas from passion to profit so that you can finally build a business that's been living in that notes app for years, right? Like raise your hand if you have a section in your notes app that's titled business ideas and there's tons of things in there. Okay. So I'm going to take you through the 3-step process. It is very, very simple. We've talked about it in here before, but I really want to show you this time. But let me just explain to you what that looks like first, and then I'm going to walk you through what that actually looks like so that you can see. Hopefully this helps you to understand how it's not difficult. The steps are not difficult. It's just a matter of putting them into practice in the right order and coupling that with the mindset part. So the first step of the Pop, Lock, and Profit blueprint is called POP. And this is where we take our profitable idea, or we find our profitable idea, right? And most people actually skip this and they build what they want to sell, not what people want to buy. And that is, see how that line is very, very blurry? Let me say it again. Most people build what they want to sell, not what people want to buy. So in the pop section, we get really, really clear on the right idea, the one that lights you up and fills the gap in the market. Those two things need to exist, okay? Second part of Pop, Lock, and Profit is Lock, and this is where we build a raving fan base. This is our loyal audience. Because the truth is that even the best idea cannot survive without people who trust you, right? And in the lock section, I teach you how to attract and build connection with the correct audience, that hungry audience, not just random followers, but people who actually want what you have. And I'm going to give you a little hint right here. People love to spend money. People love to buy. They don't like to be sold to. We're not becoming an infomercial. That is not how this works. But people will buy things that will solve problems for them. And you, my dears, have the solution to a problem for someone. That's what I help you see in the pop section. Okay, so the second part is lock, and that's our loyal audience. The third part is profit. This is everyone's favorite P. This is where we profit in our business. And this is where it gets juicy, right? Profit's about setting up simple systems that sell for you even when you're off living your life. So in this section, we cover digital marketing essentials, email automations, and all of the tech, and we make it really, really simple. We put it into place, we put it on autopilot, and we make sales when we're sipping coffee on the back deck, when we're waking up in the morning from our 8-hour sleep, when we're off on vacation. Okay. So let me actually show you what this looks like inside the course, because I know if you're like me, you probably want to see the plan before you commit, right? Let me share my screen. Let me get this going over here. Let's hit share screen. Share. I only want to share this window. Okay, I'm hoping you guys can see. This is the Pop, Lock, and Profit community space. Okay. Let's go through the community space. So this is the membership space, the community. Let me open this up so you guys can see it a little bit better. This is what it looks like. So we've got welcome to the Pop, Lock, and Profit members community. Now that you're an official club member, you get to use this group for support, guidance, and feedback. And you will see that there are 139 posts. So right now there are 42 active members inside. going through the course. Some of them have gone through the course, and the community space is popping. Okay, so we have two people. We have someone coming in 2 days ago saying, I'm all in, started my Pop Lock and Profit content and feeling super excited. We've got questions about market research. We have mindset questions. We have updates on how you can become an affiliate for the course if you want to. We have people who are just like, hey guys, who's here? Who's making progress, right? And so kind of like a roll call in here. But this community section is active and fun. And you can see on the side how we have categories. So sometimes I'll make announcements in here, and these would be your announcements. Sometimes people like to share their social media handles. So you can come inside here and share the social media handles. And then this is the win section. So we have people celebrating, certain checkpoints, getting more views and engagement, right? Lots of wins to be coming also in the future. We also have a chat section, so you can have chats with any of the members inside of here. Some people have connected with community members and are using them as accountability partners, and we talk about that inside the course and how to do that. So that's the chat feature there. We also have an inner circle, and the inner circle is more hand-holding. So let's say you get to a section in the course, and I'll talk about this a little bit in a little bit, but you get to a section in the course and you're like, Gwen, I've gone through and I'm just feeling like I need a little bit extra support. I just want to ask you some questions and have some one-on-one feedback. That's what the inner circle is for. It's super inexpensive. It's $99 a month. We get in a chat app. We can voice message. We can text. You can share screenshots. You can ask for feedback. You can ask me questions. You literally have me in your back pocket, which is really, really cool. And you can use it whenever you want to, right? You can sign up for 1 month or sign up for 3 months. You can come in and out as you please. So it's always there for you. The learning section is where you're going to see your course. So this is where we open up the course in here. And this is Pop Lock and Profit. Now I'm in the admin mode. It might look a little tiny bit different than you, and you'll also see progress, right? So here's a little bit of information about me, but here is what we get to walk through. So we have module number 1 is Rewire for Riches. And the reason why this is module number 1 is because these things are the most important part to you starting and building a profitable online business. You will get nowhere, and I promise you, and you probably know this because maybe some of you have done it, you'll get nowhere with just strategy. If you do not rewire this for riches, where you recognize beliefs that are holding you back, because maybe you don't know what things you're doing or saying are holding you back from being able to actually make money in the digital space, and you get to rewrite them. I explained this inside of this module here, but I kind of imagine them like water in the sand. So all of the beliefs, all the thoughts, all the things that we have in our body are like water going down the sand, and that water keeps following the same path. And so now that path is like really, really divoted. What we get to do is we get to like erase it, right? Smooth out the sand there and rewrite new pathways that support our success. So the belief breakthrough blueprint, the overflow effect, your power playbook, the connection code, the invisible advantage. I also threw in a bonus money mindset, something that you can listen to on repeat. And then we dive into human design. Human design has been a huge part of my business. Someone had said just this week, they're like, when I didn't know about human design until I met you, and it has opened up a world of understanding inside of myself, not only with my business, but in relationships too. Okay, so then we go on to module 2. And this is still the pop section. Okay, so this is where we are looking at our idea, making sure it's profitable. We're aligning with our passions. We're making sure that there's demand for it. And we are identifying the audience, the hungry audience that's looking for what we have. And then we pull together our messaging. What do we say in order to show the people that need it what we have? How do we show up? How do we share this information with them? So that's all in the magnetic messaging. Module number 3 is called the validation station. This is still in the pop section. Okay, so still in step number 1. And these trainings, by the way, are not super long. Okay, some of them are obviously longer than others, but they're meant to be bite-sized so that you can take them one step at a time and you will move through them in order. So module 3 has a branding. We talk about branding and how to create branding. We talk about how to create proof before you actually launch your idea. That way you don't waste your time. We also talk about how to get customer feedback before they're customers, how to talk to people. You get scripts inside of here. If you're like, listen, Glenn, I just don't even know what to say when I ask people for feedback. Well, cool, here's the scripts. You also get some email swipes in here too. So if you had an email list and you want to ask them questions or you want to talk to them or connect with them, that's what you get to learn inside of Module 3, the validation station. Then we have Module 4. This is now the second step of Pop, Lock, and Profit. We are moving into locking it in. Okay, so this is where you get to actually create your offer. So now you know your idea is profitable and you know you have a hungry audience for it and you know your messaging. Now we create the offer. Okay, so this is how we create offer obsession. We make sure that your pricing is correct and that it will actually sell at that pricing. And we also talk about creating a freebie. This is how you build an email list. If you've never sold anything online, there is a funnel, there is a process, and typically it goes content. This is like the big part of your funnel. Will people come in? Content, social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever you decide. We funnel them into a freebie. They join our email list. We can then nurture them and we can launch specific things for specific people. This is where we get really, really deep on being able to do that. Module number 5 is called Fan Frenzy Formula, and this is all about creating content. Okay, your content confidence plan, attraction starter kit, flip it and reverse it is my process for being able to figure out what you actually post, like what content strategy is going to work for you. Module 6 is the profit playlist, and this is where we actually create profit, right? This is where we put things on automation. We have your email. We have set it and forget it, how to automate parts of your business. We how to create things that are evergreen. So you create them once and they continually make money for you. That's the beauty of digital products. And then how to track and further optimize your business so that you can scale and grow, okay? This was kind of a bonus that we threw in last minute. This is Module 7 called the Business Backbone Blueprint. Down here to LLC or not to LLC, I actually was able to interview someone who sets up LLCs for people, and I was able to ask him questions, and he was able to give me insights and feedback about when do you need an LLC? How do you know? What's the best way to set one up? And he like dove into all the details. So this was kind of a bonus and an extra, but ended up being really, really helpful for the community members. We talk about legalizing your leap, you know, what that looks like, what you need, and how to expand as you grow. Last but not least, you'll see the bonus section, and this is maybe even bigger than the course. And these things all flow with certain parts of the module. So you've got the momentum map, which just allows you to map out your journey. So that way you know, okay, today I need to do this. This week I need to do this. This month I need to do this. And it allows you to check off the boxes. This is your business idea validation fast track. So how you know your ideas can be profitable, you can fast track that in 24 to 48 hours. If you are stuck finding your niche, right? You're like, listen, I know I want to create something profitable, but I just don't even know what niche. Like, how do I even figure that out? This was an interview with somebody. I was actually coaching them on how to find their niche. And what I did was I recorded it with her permission, and she allowed me to put it inside the group because I feel like it's so valuable for people being able to see that. Then you have a quick start guide to social media. How do you set it up? What does your bio look like? How do you create it? Instagram marketing secrets. This was a special training that I did for another community. I also had my friend Sarah Thompson come in to talk about how to go live and what you need to do and how to do that so that it is effective for your business. Swipe files and templates are emails and scripts that you can use to talk to people. This Automate Your Business in 7 days is how to get your own domain. And I'm talking like gwenstacio.com, right? Or whatever you decide you want to buy, how to get a domain, how to connect it to an email, how to connect it to a platform, and how to create an opt-in page or a landing page and start to collect emails. The confident cash flow code, this is all about confidence. And then how to use Canva. So breaking down how to use Canva, which is a free system that you can use. And then I also give you my software recommendations. So let me stop sharing here for a second. So that's what the back end of Pop, Lock, and Profit looks like. You get support, you get community access. Oh, testimonials. I mean, I could sit here all day and share testimonials with you, but one, I will share with you two things that people have said to me that really stuck out about this course, because remember, we had people running through the course in the beginning of the year. Let me find that for you. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can find my albums. Okay, we had one testimonial came in that said, um, you're incredible at what you do. And what I find the most powerful of your program is your honesty. You explain how everything we do will take time, and no one else is saying that. She was just saying there's tons of like side hustles and make money quick and all that stuff. And that is one of our testimonials that came through. We also have another one that said, fire. My head is exploding. Things are finally clicking for me. Um, Another testimonial says, what a wonderful 8 weeks. I learned a ton. Gwen is perfect. I am not. There's no such thing. And the community is amazing. What else can I ask for? So happy that I joined. She did also say that I have more confidence, and I am very proud of myself for doing that. And then one last one that I'll share with you. She said, it's been a wonderful 8 weeks. I learned a ton. Gwen is perfect and the community is amazing. Oh, that was the same one. What an honor it is to be a part of Pop Lock and Profit. It's been incredibly thought-provoking, inspiring, and impactful. I'm currently finishing module 2, taking it slow and steady, but I've already made significant strides in my business. I've narrowed down my niche, figured out my target market, and even created an ebook to offer. She was only in module 2 when she did that. The course is packed with valuable insights, and Gwen's guidance has been nothing short of exceptional. I've gained clarity and confidence, and I can already see the positive changes in my approach. So she was only 2 modules in, and as you can see, she had a lot more time to go. So now that you've seen the exact roadmap, I want you to imagine what it's going to feel like when you're not just thinking about your business and you're not just sitting there frustrated with the fact that you haven't figured it out yet, but you're actually inside building it with a proven plan, with real support, and with results coming in. And if you've been feeling like, you're doing everything and you're still not seeing results, it is not your fault. Okay, it is not your fault. Doesn't mean you're not smart enough, doesn't mean you're not techie enough. It doesn't mean that you can't do this. You've just been missing the magic formula. And it's a simple 3-step blueprint aligned with your mindset rewiring. That's it. Okay? That's exactly why I created Pop Lock and Profit. It was because this wasn't out there. This combination of information wasn't out there. You don't need more free PDFs. You don't need more guesswork, right? You need a clear path. You need a community and a mentor who's walked it. Hi, that's me. So if this framework resonated with you, then your next best step is to join me inside of Pop Lock and Profit. We're in pre-sale pricing now, which means that you get it at the absolute best price it's ever going to be. And then we get to start building your profitable digital business together. So you'll get these step-by-step modules, you'll get support, you'll get real-time feedback so you don't waste another month, figuring it out. You'll finally have that clear path forward that you've been searching for, and I would be honored to walk it with you. Okay. So if this aligns or if you have questions, just drop me a question in the comments. I'm so happy to answer them. I'll leave the link so that you guys can actually watch the masterclass, the replay of the masterclass, and see what this actually looks like, see how I teach. You can also check the featured post for all of the details. Okay. So I hope this was super helpful for you guys. I love you so much. Please ask me questions and I will catch you guys inside.